Welcome to BAM Adventures. Day 6 of our Norwegian Breakaway Cruise, Part 1. Cozumel Island, where we visit the Mayan Bee Sanctuary, and we go to Mirador Beach. As we exited the ship onto the island of Cozumel, we were greeted on the docks by this beauty docked up next to us, the Norwegian Breakaway.
Yeah.
It is a gorgeous ship and one that we would definitely like to try one time.
Massive.
Today we had our first excursion of the cruise booked. It was a tour of the island of Cozumel, stopping in several pretty fun locations, we thought. Today we will be looking at our trip to the Mayan Bee Sanctuary and our little snack that we were able to have at Mirador Beach. On the next video, we'll see the second part of our excursion, where we go to a Mayan chocolate factory and we learn about Mexican tequila.
Following our tour guide here at Lagos. Very cool. It's a bustling little city here on a Friday morning.
Guys, get safe. Get safe. You like that? Forget me, guys. This way you're done. Get safe. Wildcats. Get the wildcats.
There you go.
Amigos.
After what felt like a never-ending walk through the port area, we finally arrived at our charter bus. The charter bus took us to about a 20-minute drive or so to the Mayan Bee Sanctuary, our first stop of the day.
Thanks to some records that the Mayans leave to us. Anybody familiar with the word papyrus?
Yeah.
Those ancient documents that the Egyptians leave to us, with their hieroglyphs. In the Maya civilization, we call it codices, all right? When the Spaniards conquered Mexico, they collected the most of this information, and sadly, they decided to burn all these books, ancient ceramic mugs with their hieroglyphs, because they took us as a pagan religion. Sadly, we lost, centuries of knowledge, right? But 5 documents survives. One of those is exhibit in Germany, Dresden, correct? Over 60 pages of information with hieroglyphs, but 25 of those, it's very thick to the production of honey, mis amigos, out of the stingless bees. So the Mayans leave us so much information, my friends, when to harvest, the connection that this bees has with the woman, correct? They always leave the men, participate in other activities, but not in the harvest, because it seems they feel that connection with women. Correct, my friends? So such an incredible thing that we start to preserve, amigos. There is a little shop here, owned by local people. It's a family business. They work a lot with the gems, with amethyst, with obsidian. And in certain way, because he comes from a family of shamans, there's a way to activate these energies in case you want to do something like that. If you purchase something, try to count a little bit of, will be on duty of this area, you can bring that piece to wake up. Okay? Pay attention, amigos, por favor. Let's do it right here. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Bash ka walip sa sipa. Bash ka metik. Sa teles. Good morning. How are you today? Okay. I'm fine. This ceremony is the purification process for you. The welcome to Cozumel. Protection for the Bishabeles Haski Makingo in Kao Tupet. Tansunan Kap Jikel Kap Kalitagoni Mina Yetel Yakleya Signali Anasta Kabinakasti Tuos Ajata Uyik Elon Levisatiuchas Desh Iskalab Letik Kanatik Awotoch Lekutal Tulukin Kustal Yolaleshundam Ayukel Kap Jumbotik in Mayan language is thank you. Malo kanantabahtes, masahata, kanantabil, yutfilma. Ahora por favor, please repeat after me. Jumbotik.
Jumbotik.
Speak mine. Please, what you say all the time. Jumbotik.
It's cool.
Now we got a chance to visit our sanctuary. Remember, my friends, you got the option to stay. To get there and return is about 15 minutes only. Remember what happened to the dinosaurs 65 million years ago? because in the west coast of Yucatan Peninsula, there is a huge crater of 180 miles diameter and 120 miles deep. So those are the marks of the asteroid that hit the world during that time. The crater of Chicxulub faced with the Gulf of Mexico. That amazing historical event changes the type of soil where we're standing. Imagine that huge explosion, alright? That's the thing, family. Now, Yucatan Peninsula, according to scientists, has only 55,000 years since they emerged from the ocean. That's why major part of the cenotes, open caves, are located in Yucatan. Because Cozumel Island is way younger. 19,000 years since we emerged from the sea. So Cozumel Island is not volcanic. It's coral reef island. We came from the ocean. If you notice, take a look in the rocks. Cozumel. This is very important for us because this is how we get purified water for the city. We extract the water from the subterranean rivers and we send it to purification. Inverse osmosis is what we use. Water always stays at the bottom, and the fresh water from the rain stays on the top of the subterranean rivers. Those are portals to the infraworld for our ancient people. You don't know the amount of human skeletons we found at the bottom. Some of them probably were part of ceremonies as the human sacrifices that you probably hear before related to the Mayans. Because for them, the god of the rain and thunder was one of the most important items. Up there, a completely dark, and there is no guarantees for you to return. Because they just follow a super tiny line to return to the surface. Incredible. But once you put the lantern inside of it, we found a large amount of macrofauna skeletons. Giant sloths, mammoths, sable tigers that we never know before they were running this part of the world. Found it. Well, only when the water level was low. Right? 13, 14,000 years. A couple of years after that, Cozumel emerged from the ocean, they start to pass from mainland to here. Right? It just happened. That's the way we hang it. We hang it on the trees. Because this species of beaver is very picky with the type of wood where they make their colors. So we have to get as thick as possible to reality for them to feel confident. Right? So there was a guardian here, and is the 50 seconds by the guardian. Removing all the bacteria, clean peace goes to the cells. In this case, we also prepare the drum, the hive, and we drill it to enter the colony. But these guys are picky. They say, thank you guys, but I'm gonna make my own engine. Being the tiniest one, Melipona Beach. This one here. Look how tiny they are. Right? Got it here, one harvest per year. Take a look there. They're about to harvest this one, so they must be super active. Can you see them going around? Can you see them here, guys? Look at them. Working. That's teamwork, guys. Are to affect their height. There is only one harvest per year that normally happens between February and March. Getting to spring is when we harvest the honey. 2 bottles like this is the maximum they produce per year.
Oh, wow.
It's actually related to production. And I am almost I got it at home. Part of my family is from Portugal, which is side of my mom.
The Mayan bees are very different from the European honeybees, which we are more aware of in other areas of the world. They are extremely, extremely small, and they only live and hive in this particular wood that they have throughout this little area. They also produce much less honey than the European honeybee, and that is one reason why the tour guide said that they generally just use the honey for medicinal purposes. One of the most interesting things about these particular bees is that they don't sting. They said that they can, they have the ability to do so, but generally these bees are stingless.
Era for the Mayas and the automatic starting of a new era for them. So the reason why our calendars are round is because the Mayans interpretate the life like that. Everything is going to happen again. The circle calendar represents the infinity cycle of life and death. ¿Ya, mis amigos? Please, family, if something catch your eye, after degustation, we're going to have around 15-20 minutes for you. By the moment, Patrick's group, I need you please on degustation area for later enjoy our free time. Sonny, yes. This one here? After his participation.
If you can see, Mayan honey is more liquid than this one. That is for the type of the flowers. All the time you find a honey with a different color or different flavor, that is for the type of the flowers. If you harvest the honey from the high mountains, strong color, strong flavor. Just to compare the flavor with the stingless bees, we are going to start with the regular honey. Honey from the European bee, the bee with a sting. This is your daily honey with pancakes, with coffee, on your tea, with bread. Sometimes we find these bees drinking sodas, eating candies, sugar. In the dry season, it's possible to feed them with butter and sugar. To produce honey is a long process. The life of the bee.
Even that honey's different than what we get.
They can be alive like 2 months. To produce a spoon of honey, they need to visit 1,000 flowers. They can fly 2 kilometers to find the nectar from the flower. Regular honey? Yes. How was the flavor? Tastes like honey? You can find it anywhere, any shop. Now, you can from to taste Mayan honey. Remember, stingless bees, they take tropical flowers from the jungle. Only flowers. They don't eat candies, sodas, sugar. Flowers from the jungle. Different bee, color, flavor, and flowers. I need to put the spoon flat because this honey is very liquid like the water, and you need to move very slow.
Alright, here we go.
Stingless bees, flat, with the flow. You can see the flavor different. Like honey with tequila. Different flavor, color,
You get yours first, so I'll get you going.
we use this honey for medicine. Remember, they produce only 1 liter of honey per hive per year, and that is for medicine. This is a drop of honey.
It tastes almost like juice. I think it's
Wow.
not thick at all.
That's very different.
We really enjoyed our trip to the Mayan Bee Sanctuary. It was a really beautiful kind of jungle area that we went through. We were not stung by bees. The bees were really cool to see, such a unique species. The honey itself was much more watery and a very different flavor than what we're used to with honey. We then got back on the bus and drove to El Mirador Beach, which is on the east side, the east-facing part of the island. The waves here were very different than what we saw docking in port.
Take it. Oh, hold on, close to the
We only got about 20 minutes at this location, which was a little bit disappointing as it was one of our favorite spots of the entire excursion. But it was a great first half to a great day and a beautiful location. I certainly hope that you enjoyed part one of our excursion on Cozumel Island on the Norwegian Breakaway. If you did, give us a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss part two, and we'll see you.